Once again, another great moment from Maiden Heaven. The sun changing shape. It's night. It's morning. It's night again. And the last standoff between Pucci and Jolyne. What's good, YouTube? We are finally getting into the last of the fight analysis for the JoJo series, and that is Jolyne versus Pucci, the Maiden Heaven fight. I've been looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to getting through the JoJo series because after this, we are going to be exploring other top fights in different anime. I just want to start with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know if you look at the playlist right now, it looks like I am only doing JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, but trust me, that is not true. Anyway, of course, if you like this sort of video, you like fight analysis, and you want to see exactly what I get into, be sure to drop that like, hit the sub button, you know the deal. Let's get into the video. I was thinking of where does this fight actually start? The fight's pretty long, just like, you know, Giorno's fight, and so I wanted to choose the right moment. And I want to say the fight starts after Jolyne and Pucci already fought, because the real fight starts when Pucci gets his new stand. Now, let me explain myself. I believe the first fight is an entirely different fight because he has a specific stand. After he gets a second stand, a whole new fight starts. It's a whole different battle. Not to mention that, you know, a stand is pretty much a reflection of the soul, and him having a new stand is a different reflection of the soul in a type of way. So like, really, it's two different people. It's two different fights. They just had their fight. Star Platinum comes in, punches him out the window. Jolyne's chilling here with the Infinity 8 symbol, so her body doesn't get inverted. It looks like Pucci's defeated, but this is exactly where he needs to be, and starts defying gravity, getting pulled into position. Stops time, throws his arrow, moving his eyes and stop time. He did exactly what Jotaro did. This shock is exactly how Dio felt when Jotaro moved and stopped time. It still does nick him in the face. Shadow starts to float. The condition that will allow him to complete his stand. This is why I'm saying the fight starts here. He's about to get his new stand. Get that Pucci pose. Light everywhere comes out of his mouth, his eyes, as he finds the perfect position. Joestar blood helped me reach heaven. Of course, the Joestar blood is always involved somehow. Diver tries to get an attack off, but it is too late. The stand has emerged. The power of gravity radiates through its body. How Pucci knew how to control his stand immediately. Usually stands take a good second to master. Like, you don't just aren't immediately comfortable with the abilities. But Pucci kind of already knew what he was getting into once he got the stand. Like, he read up all on it. He knew exactly what was going to happen. And yeah. And daylight. Like nothing happened. They all blacked out. On the news, the incident that counted for 2,000 casualties because the ground is breaking faster and the sky is moving faster too. The shuttle's right over there. Oh, so he's been staring at the shuttle. So they got teleported. I don't know why they got teleported to the other side of the shuttle. Maybe it was a side effect of the ability being activated. Maybe everyone got moved, or maybe, this is what I want to believe, just because they were so close to the activation of Maiden Heaven, they got moved 200 meters. This rain will stop soon. Damn! That closed hella fast. And it's only getting faster. Everything's moving faster. If that rock falls, it'd be immediate. Damn! They didn't even show the rock falling. That's how fast it smashed her head. Didn't even make a sound. In this situation, the clouds would be the most noticeable thing. how it took him this long to notice the clouds is a bit crazy. You could just look upward. They're already outside. And everything's moving super fast. Ugh, the ice cream immediately melts. That kind of jump scared me. They can't even land the helicopter. Yeah, he comes to the conclusion here that Pucci probably is the only one moving at a normal rate in the accelerating time. Yep. So he comes with the idea. Oh, and he sees Pucci. He comes up with the idea to get to heightened ground because Pucci is moving really fast. I want to say that's scarier than Dio's ability. Dio would just be teleporting around, but it's not more scary than King Crimson's ability. Like, let's be honest. Like, at least you could see what's happening. King Crimson, it affects your mind too. Like, everything just skips. He stops time enough to see what was moving. Nice. They're just barely able to get up in time. So really, right now, it's a game of time. The more time Pucci waits out, the faster he moves. So he could just wait a little bit more time to start moving faster. But he also is anxious to kill him. JoJo stops time because he sees something. And then he sees him just for a second on the branch of a tree. By the time JoJo spots him, it's already too late. And the tree's just moved and he's zooming. Yeah, he's trying to hit him, but he can't even strike him. Neck sliced. JoJo would be the first one you would want to take out. That's quick timing. Anastasia is clutch. He saved his neck from getting completely chopped off by sacrificing like a part of his hand. At least he has a clear vision on Pucci. Yeah, Pucci was able to dodge that like it was nothing. Like, he was shocked that JoJo moved closer. He's still like a speedster. Not even able to touch him once. He stops moving just for a second. And this is really just a flex on him. Like, let's be honest. Oh? He's changing his targets. He believes he's not able to kill off Jotaro without killing off Anastasia. Like, in terms of like who should be killed off first, if it was ranked, I still think Jotaro first, then Anastasia, then Jolyne, then that one girl, the duplicate girl, and then Emporio. That's the order. Time will accelerate. Gun Ghost. This is really a great escape plan too. Like, now they're moving pretty much at bullet speed, while Pucci wasn't fast enough. See how like he's angry here? He's so mad that he didn't get him. He probably didn't even think they had an escape plan, and so now he has to follow them. Zoom in. Like, honestly, in terms of speedsters, he's one of my favorites. So they change directions right before he's even able to hit him. And the fact that he's chasing him through all this, that's how you know that like he wants him dead so bad. He is zooming. And now they're in the middle of shallow waters. Now they all really are understanding what time is accelerating means. But right here they say that time is accelerating faster than before. I truly don't know if they really mean that like the velocity of time is faster than before, or if it's accelerating faster than before. Because they were talking about how much time it currently took for time to pass back when they mentioned the 2-3 minutes. If time was accelerating, of course, I don't want to get into the whole like science of it, right? But like I feel like time's not accelerating faster, it's still just accelerating at a certain rate. That line stayed the same. The velocity of time just keeps getting faster and faster, and that doesn't stop. It's impossible to even see how Pucci's moving in the water because the water is moving so fast that you can't even see the small splashes of waves he's making. Which is perfect time for him to start his attack. Oh, there it is. Anastasia first. Oh, he put Jolyne's hand through Anastasia. It's like he knew their plan. And now he notices the knife pointed at his daughter's neck. Multiple knives. He took notes from Dio. He took so many notes from Dio. What's crazy is that he timed it in such a way that JoJo was only able to notice when he stopped his time. If he stopped his time a second later, he wouldn't have seen this. They just would have been dead. So many knives. Like, he's moving just like Dio without even actually stopping time. And he missed. And they try and attack him while they still have a visual on him. Arms gone. They are dead. If JoJo decided to not save his daughter, they would have beat Pucci and the story would have been over, but JoJo would have lost his daughter. So, like, he just kind of made a fatal choice, a fatal decision. But yeah, that's where he dies. The hill he was willing to die on. Pucci is so weird for not attacking Emporio here. He didn't see him as a threat, just a loose end. That's why he didn't attack him. I do not feel remorse, nor can I let you run freely. Dodging bullets because he's a speedster. And Pucci definitely could have killed him here. He was just like kind of curious as to what was happening there. And he sees Jolyne has disappeared. And once he realizes what's going on, oh, he's dodging. He somehow gets hit. I think he let his guard down. That's the only possible explanation here. Now he's swimming so fast. His legs are just like tunneling. But even at that speed, he's not able to move faster than dolphins swim. Right now, they're really just trying to escape. That is how far Pucci has pushed them back to. They can't even kill him. They tried in every way to kill this dude, but they have no chance of succeeding. Her last mission is trying to get Emporio to safety. And she knows that, like, even as he gets to safety, he won't have like much time to live. Like, he has to hide or something. You have to face the path ahead alone. So she decides to cut the rope, cut her own arm off. And the last standoff between Pucci and Jolyne. I don't know why she didn't just like make a net there. She really tried to give him the Ora. Once again, another great moment from Maiden Heaven. The sun changing shape. It's night. It's morning. It's night again. Everyone's souls dispersing in the water because they died and their bodies began to decay and rust. And his clothes gone. He's now butt naked. Also, I do want to say, I think the fight has ended a long time ago. The moment Jolyne sacrificed herself, that's where this fight really ends. Probably the most freakiest part of Maiden Heaven. What would happen if you were on psychedelics or high on weed and this starts happening? This would be the most crazy experience. You probably never want to touch a drug again. Emporio gets teleported back to the prison. Back in time and everyone's naked, right? Pucci finds Emporio. He's shaken. He goes into the secret room. They both do. Biggest plot twist. He gets a new stand. Weather forecast. And uses it way better than weather forecast has ever used the stand. I read it in a book once. Oxygen is the most prevalent toxin that surrounds living organisms. He beat Pucci off something he read in a book once. And because of that, he even has Pucci begging for his life. It's like, please, I was just trying to create a better life for everyone but you and your friends. And we finish off with a classic Ora from a non-Joestar character. The universe unresets itself. This fight is pretty clean. It's not like your regular anime fights. Why? Because all this stuff about time accelerating. This whole fight was based around the idea of time accelerating and the man who can move within that time accelerating. utilizing those main characters' abilities to even attempt on fighting this dude. What the author ended up deciding was that no one can beat this guy who can move in time moving that fast. That's respectable. Now, were there some moments in this fight that were a little bit off? Yeah, sure. Jolyne being able to attack Pucci in that stop time and do that damage to his eye, that I feel like shouldn't have happened. I don't even think she should have been able to get a hit off there. Pucci not swimming faster than dolphins swim at a regular speed. At this point, time is accelerating really fast, so he should be swimming a lot faster. But this does make sense because Pucci, he wasn't a trained swimmer or anything. He didn't know much about swimming. If he was a trained swimmer and he knew the best swimming technique, he probably would have been outpacing the dolphins like they were nothing. But other than those two things, I feel like everything else about the fight was like, it was amazing. Now, since I'm only talking about the first part of the fight, like since Jolyne died, I actually want to say like there was no plot armor in that. She died. She was not able to beat Pucci there, and she had to entrust the mission to someone else. That gives the fight a higher rating in my opinion. Like those other two things I mentioned that like shouldn't have happened, maybe gave this like an 8 out of 10. That bumps it up to like an 8.5 out of 10. Well, that is my analysis on the video. Let me know what you guys think. There is definitely a lot to analyze within this fight. The accelerating of time, the reset of the universe. And I'd love to hear you guys' opinions. So be sure to comment, drop a like, drop a sub. I'll catch you guys in the next one.